Introducing a new segment on the channel. We are going to be looking at the Jada Toys Megaman line, starting with Megaman himself on The Way I Got It Figured.
The Way I Got It Figured.
What's up, figure fans? The Way I Got It Figured back with another Jada Toys review. This time we're looking at Megaman, and we're going to be reviewing the eponymous character, Megaman himself. This actually isn't my copy. It was given to me for review by a good friend of the channel, Wulf. He has given me several things to review here and there during the time of the channel, and he really wanted to get this Megaman reviewed, which of course I have no problem doing. He picked this one up at Entertainment Earth. And they are shipping out other figures in the line, and we'll get into that in a minute. But as you can see here, Megaman is going back to his original Mega Man 80s game look. He's got his meter for the Mega Buster, which you see on it in there. Good old 8-bit Mega Man there. You got your cross cell on the back, Fireman, Iceman, who are the wave mates, and they're on the way, and they will be getting reviews as well. I like how they show here, he's got a fireball effect, a Mega Buster blast, Mega Man again, legalese crap on the bottom, 13 plus, same as this channel. All right, let's get Mega Man out and see what we've got. All right, so we freed Mega Man from his packaging, and we've got him out here with all of his accessories. Of course, I showed them to you in the package, but here they are, you know, where you can see them. First thing I want to show is the stand, which is exactly identical to the stand that Street Fighter Ryu comes with for the Mega Buster shot. And then here's the Mega Buster shot, which is very similar to the Hadouken, but smaller. And it just pegs in for the stand here, like so. And then because Mega Man is a shorter character, I want to bring it down to his level when he shoots his Mega Buster shot. So we're going to do that, stick that to the side. Of course, he has an alternate portrait to show like when he's in the fighting, he's angry. Of course, we know Mega Man only fights to defend humanity in his bid to help humans and robots live in peace, peaceful coexistence. And then here's his Mega Buster, which depending on which arm you want him to be in, it could go in either arm. And I guess it's appropriate if he's, you know, facing toward the left, then it should go in the left arm. If he's facing toward the right, it should go in the right arm. That's how video game, side-scrolling video games work. And then he has two alternate hands. Kind of a splayed hand. Almost a thumbs up-ish hand, but it's like, could also be sort of grasping It's interesting. And of course these hands are articulated, so they do have hinges. See the hinge there. And looking at Mega Man himself, obviously the likeness is spot on. He has, you know, joints here. The character as depicted is normally just, you know, solid, but to make a decent action figure, you had to give him the articulation. So that's, you know, we can overlook that. But he has all the normal articulation joints. His ab crunch is about there. Back crunch to about there. Obviously you can kick. You can kick back fairly far too. You can swivel his thighs. Bend him at the knees. And then he has, he does have an ankle rocker in here. Now, one thing I'll note is that the way he's constructed, his feet are not entirely straight. They sort of slope down, so it's difficult and a little bit difficult. Not impossible, just a little bit difficult to get them to balance. Just save them from falling over. So that's about as far as his foot goes. Goes down to about there. You can see the joint here so that's the limit of the joint, up to about there. And of course, he does have details under his feet. Make sure we show that. So you see he's standing. It's no issue to stand him. But it breaks the illusion just a little bit of how they constructed his feet. But they are ankle rockers, you know. You can rock the ankle. Getting him to stand straight, or look like he's standing straight without tricks. It's just a tad difficult. Stands just fine, really, but that's pretty much that. So integration for his accessories. You can pop his hand off. We'll have him waving. Move the fist off. And if you look at him straight on, you know, definitely looks like he's giving the thumbs up. But it can be used for other things too. And of course, his fighting face. Probably want to have the Mega Buster on him. Just pop the whole arm out. And attach the Mega Buster, which does have a joint, by the way, so you can still articulate his arm. There you go. You can shoot his Mega Buster. Or I guess you could have him, as in some games, he learns how to fire a Hadouken or a charged Mega Buster shot. You can bring in reuse Fireball and have him fire a Hadouken or whatever you want it to be. And yeah, you know, it fits the profile, fits the character. It's a lot of fun. Probably some fairly decent poses. And I think it hits the spot. You know, I do like the figure. It's a great figure. You know, it works out good, especially if you want to, you know, display him. And I'm sure he's going to look great with his compatriots, his enemies, the Robot Masters. But one thing that I think that you will have, you know, just some slight bit of difficulty with is the standing of the feet. It's the way the feet are constructed. It's hard to get the right angle from certain poses. So you know, you can have them doing go balance them out a little bit, you know, but it's all there. You can do it all. So there you go. So what I'm going to do next is bring in a couple of figures from past Mega Man lines, so you can get a sense of how they would display together. All right, so we're going to bring in a couple of figures to compare Jada Toys Megaman with. First, we will bring in the Funko Mega Man. And, you know, he's a good representation of Mega Man. I think the head's a little bit too big. But, you know, Mega Man's drawing interpretations varies greatly. Like, I can't really, when I look at both of these figures, I see Mega Man. But, you know, I think this one is a little bit more stylized. The hands are very large. The head is very large. And, of course, it doesn't have all the same articulation as the Jada Toys one. It does have a smoother appearance, so to speak, because of the lack of articulation. So, you know, I don't want to give it points for that. But it is a perfectly serviceable Mega Man figure. Then here is Funko Dr. Wily. I think the scale still works there. And we have Jack's Pacific Mega Man from the Mega Man TV show. The exact name is escaping me at this moment. But of course, this isn't based on the video game per se, as much as it is on the TV show, but around the same size. And it seems fairly evident that Jada Toys used the other existing types of toys as reference when they were making theirs. So he does look the part, and you can kind of see where they were trying to improve on the look of the figure, but get all the articulation. The way the Buster Cannon goes in is very similar to the Funko one. So yeah. Now I'll bring in some Robot Masters. Okay, so we got a few Robot Masters here. This one is Iceman from Funko, I believe. Then we've got Drill Man. And last but not least, we've got Guts Man. And you know, Mega Man scale is like open. It's open enough to interpretation, and all of these figures can work together. I think that's kind of cool. You know, Jada didn't go and make like a whole new scale for Mega Man figures. I have one last comparison to do, but you know, within various Mega Man figures, he is he can work with older figures that you may have in your collection. So we got one more comparison. So finally, I'm going to bring in Ryu from Street Fighter. And I thought Mega Man was going to be a bit too big. And I do feel like he might be a little bit larger than what I would have thought he'd be. But he's, again, not wildly out of scale. You know, if you've played the Marvel vs. Capcom series, in the first Marvel vs. Capcom title, Mega Man appears, and he's about the right height. I think he's a little bit taller than normal, but you know, but it still works. So this is your Capcom All-Stars comparison, and I'm going to move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Jada Toys Mega Man series Megaman. I really like this figure. I like what they've done with it. They've given them all the prerequisite pieces that you need to create the look of the character. And, you know, I'm a big Capcom fan, so, you know, this hits the spot. I do have to be honest and say that it's not 100% a home run. But I know that Jada is committed to improving their products as they go. So I'm not going to judge it too harshly. But the biggest issue that I have, or the only really issue that I have, but it's a significant issue when you're talking about an action figure, is the standing. The feet are very interesting to get him in just a regular standing pose. Obviously he's standing, you can do it, but he's not flush. His feet are not flush with the ground. Either one or the other is going to be, you know, I don't know, unnatural looking. So, you know, but I know that these guys can fix this. I'm pretty sure they're going to get the feedback. I haven't watched any other Mega Man reviews, so I don't know if it's just this copy, but it doesn't feel like it's this copy. It feels like it's the way the feet are designed. So, you know, other than that, I've got no reprimand for Mega Man. It's a great figure. Easily the most posable of all the things that I showed today. And I'm looking forward to what they're gonna put out in the future. We are due to get a Mega Man in every wave, if I recall correctly. So, you know, you're gonna have Mega Mans, and hopefully you'll be able to mix and match some parts here. So, all that said, I'm gonna give Mega Man a 9 out of 10. Everything is great. I really wanted to give him a 10. Jada does such great work on the Street Fighter line that I thought that this would be, you know, right up there with it. And it is, except for the standing issue. You know, I can, you know, with a little bit of work, you can balance a Street Fighter figure on like 1 foot. And hey, they're humans, right? It's not rocket science, but they are better balanced than old Rockman here. So I think a 9 is fair. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. This is just the first in what I hope to be a very long line of Mega Man videos. So stay tuned for those. And hey, we're gonna trust in Jada, right? They've knocked it out of the park with Street Fighter, and I really think that they're going to get the feedback they need to make these even better. All right, guys, till then, till next video, everybody stay safe, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.
The way I got it figured.